Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so this is a crystal. It's not cleaned up yet. It's a little bit of amethyst. It's my favorite one from the dig that we just did, the Divine Feminine Get Together crystal dig that many of you may have heard about. Yeah, so clearing with that today. Let's get into how are the Divine Feminines meant to love the Divine Masculines at this time? So thank you, Divine Creator. What is it we can see for how the Divine Feminines are meant to approach the love between them and the Divine Masculines at this time? How are the Divine Feminines meant to love? Wow, okay, we have a 66 and trust the magic, white raven spirit. So this is purity coming in from the other side. This is unconditional love. Messages at large, larger than the 3D. 66 is also a number that talks about being free from the over concern of the 3D circumstances. Trust the magic, trust that everything that is going on in the connection right now is absolutely meant for the highest and best interest of all involved. And then we also get crow spirit, co-create with spirit. So trust the magic, co-create with spirit. These are both messengers from the other side. So Divine Feminines, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Keep working on purpose, alignment, loving yourself, co-creating with the divine, with spirit, and trust in the magic. Trust that everything is exactly how it should be. In fact, Divine Feminines, ask the divine to show you what your exact circumstances are doing in your life and in the life of your Divine Masculine to prepare you for everything that you have always heart wished for, is what I'm getting. Okay, let's see what next. So now I'm going to get into what are the Divine Masculines working on emotionally, mentally, and physically in their life, in their development right now. So Divine Masculines, healing heartache and the feelings of feeling abandoned. So they're really getting down to the core of security. I'm getting things from the past and the abandonment wounds, the original separation wound. They're really down to the essence of what keeps people from living fully in trust and faith that their life is intended, that they are safe, that they are protected on every level. So the Divine Masculines are really close to leaving the 3D. This is my 3D and my 5D cards. So they are coming into enough safety and security to leave the 3D is what I just heard. But let's see. So thank you, Divine Creator. What are the Divine Masculines working on emotionally, mentally, and physically towards complete and profound faith in the benevolence of life? So secretly, they are absolutely geared on busting the paradigms. I heard working the energetic system in their favor so that they come into complete surety and security energetically. Okay, what are we getting for the Divine Masculines? Wow, okay, this is quite interesting. So emotionally, we saw with the eclipse energy that a lot of mother clearing. Oh, the key card is the twin flame. They know no matter what they do, they will lead to their destiny. So this is a newfound security. They know that they haven't done wrong in the past now. It's been learning. They know that even when it seems like they're way over here and you're way over here, Divine Feminine, you're still going in the same direction. There's still this merging parallel. It's still bringing you closer no matter how apart you seem. But Divine Masculines are working on hope, kindness, benevolence is coming again. the beauty of their daily life. This is the simple goodness. The Page of Pentacles is the hope for humanity, I just heard. It is being at home in their skin. So this is emotionally, they're taking it easy. I just heard they're glowing up, they're lighting up with just this delight that things can be simple for once in their lives. And then we get working on this perseverance. They know the steps in the process that they need to do emotionally. They're balancing out, seeing the interconnectedness, and going towards new goals. On the other side, we also have this rainbow. So they know this inner work, this inner emotional processing is what is needed to balance out their lives. They're putting down all of the thoughts that used to be conflicting, that afflicted suffering within their emotions. So all of the emotional thoughts of resistance and judgment and ridicule I just heard, of self and other, those are falling away, and they're just looking at the kindness, the hope now. They also have this nurturing card, so they are seeking the most nurturing attitudes, the most grounded, nurturing environments. They want peace. Peace in their lives is so important for them. And they're coming out of hermit mode. I just heard tentatively because they are figuring this out. They're figuring out this simple kindness, the goodness. So they're having also breakthroughs about these childlike energies, whether that's their inner child or their own children. Emotionally, they're seeing a hope for the future, for humanity, for their children, for children in general, and for their inner child if children don't directly apply. So it's like they're letting their inner child out to play and not making it such a heavy burden on them that they just want to live a simple good life. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, Divine Masculine's great. What can we see on the conscious mind? Okay. Yeah, they have started a brand new beginning in the physical. I'm just getting that there will be or has been communication with this Ace of Coins. It does feel like there has been emotional communication, or will be. Divine Feminines, you're going to get, and this is in the physical, for many you're going to get physical communication where you'll get an update. Now that can come in way of social media. There's going to be something, an energetic understanding, word of mouth, or direct communication I'm hearing, that will put into context where the Divine Masculine is at. Then we get deepening of a friendship. So for many, Divine Masculines are really deepening their friendship connections in a spiritual light. They're seeing how they can show up for all those in their lives without it being at odds, I'm getting. So even if there are other people involved, Divine Feminines, Divine Masculines are coming into the unconditional friendship vibe so that they can show up in the physical and compromise, blend. It's not an either or. So they're balancing out their priorities, I'm hearing, so that you, Divine Feminine, aren't going to be hedged out just because Divine Masculine has other friends or other connections. So if this means people that they have previously thought wouldn't approve of your connection, that's softening. If they're in a karmic relationship or another partnership, they're not going to deny contact with you in a friendship way. This may not be sexual, but it may be friendship. So their capacity to include you in their life on some level that's balanced is expanding. If other relationships don't apply, they want to get to know you better, Divine Feminine. So they're not wanting to move anything forward in their life that is out of balance, I'm getting. They're taking a stand. but it's a heart-centered stand to only have things that are balanced. And so some things won't be initiating just yet. It's in this potential energy, and they're planning what they would like to do next. They're also leaving anything that keeps them in this darkness, I heard, in the rock bottom, any of the things that they have been burdened by mentally that might look good from the outside that hasn't been a fit for them. They are deciding that they don't want that anymore. They're walking away from the things that don't emotionally serve. I'm going to pull a clarifier, Divine Masculines, for that. So what can we see? Oh, already. Light body activator, forward motion, empowerment, and luminosity. Exactly. They're walking away from darkness towards the light. And so they are releasing the things that are not creating a flow of energy. They have forward motion, and this is on the conscious mind. So whatever has been causing stagnation is being released, being walked away from. And even if theoretically, or if it was wishful thinking that something would pan out, even if it's dear to them, they're walking away from it at this time to be in freedom. They're allowing the energy of things to speak for themselves, the fruits. And so if it's not producing fruit, they are walking away from it. Oh. And in the physical, what are the Divine Masculines doing? Wow, a confirmation. They are going towards their happiness. Okay, ooh. Okay, so they are going to have a tower moment. This is in the key card, so this isn't necessarily happening right now, and I'm getting a future. So Divine Masculines, you may get a tower moment about certain things. We also have the Emperor here and the eclipse. Many things were cleared for the Divine Masculines in their lives over this spring, this last 6 months. The eclipse energies, specifically feminine energies. So I'm getting that they have cleared the mother templates so that the mother doesn't have that same subconscious hold over their freedom, the expectations. They've cleared the karmic codependent dynamics. And now they are seeking connections that are more spiritually balanced and more life mission balanced. So this is where they can take or leave relationships. They're not trying to control the outcome or force something that isn't meant for them. This is an organic navigation of everything in their lives. This is beautiful energy, Divine Masculines. I'm going to actually get a card for this for clarification. Oh, autonomy. So it came out in the reverse, self-fulfillment, non-reaction. So it's like with ease and grace, they're allowing the things meant for them to come into their lives for a time, for a lifetime, for a moment, and be released when they no longer serve. So they're no longer controlling this. They are looking for reciprocity, but they are still in transition for this. So they're still looking for the ultimate equal give and take, and still in a developmental stage that is showing and revealing what that even looks like. This is incredible energy. So Divine Masculines, I'm also going to get a card for that. Harmonic oscillator, timing, rhythm, synchronization, and frequency. Timing is everything. Synchronization, frequency, they are paying attention to the frequency match of anything allowed in their lives right now. They're syncing up, but they're still developing. So they're finding their new normal, and timing is everything. So we do have a tower here. Something is going to be revealed to the Divine Masculines about timing and about frequency. So an ideal partnership, no matter how good on paper, how beautiful it is, two key things have to be there in a perfect relationship, a divine relationship: spiritual maturity level and life purpose. And twin flames are the perfect frequency match for that. So on the journey, we do have soulmates, we do have others that come in that show us even more crystalline ways of this reciprocity. Divine masculines are in the upper developmental stages of the ultimate understanding of spiritual reciprocity and mission reciprocity. So if divine masculines are with other partners at this time, and this is truly your twin divine feminine, they will see one of those disconnects. Either life mission is not compatible or spiritual maturity is not ultimately bang on. So divine masculines, keep an open heart, because you may suddenly see something in a different way about certain previous understandings of relationship. And then we're also getting, they're working on their ability to commit and find their happiness. So they're wanting commitment, but there is still this commitment becoming. It's because they are having this transformation, putting down the controlling attitudes and transforming what true reciprocity really is, that they're coming into more clarity about how to have commitment and ultimate happiness. So what can we see for the clarifiers here? Temple of meditation, communion, contemplation, higher mind. Yeah, so whatever the divine masculines are experiencing right now, they are in a perpetual higher meditation about what is true commitment. How does one ground things? Many of the divine masculines are going to have these lightning bolt, sudden understandings. I just heard of the perfection of these connections. So things that they haven't necessarily seen before because they haven't been in this amount of safety and security within. So what is this tower moment that might be coming? Intention, mental breakthroughs, and ideas. They're going to see something in a totally different way. If we just look at the key card energies as a side note, we have a new beginning in the physical regarding destiny, regarding the twin flame path, and a radical, instantaneous new aha moment as such. So something is coming. I'm going to ask for divine feminines now. What can we see for this aha moment? Galactic Council crest, spiritual sovereignty, astral travel, and timelessness. So just understand that your divine masculine, no matter what the 3D looks like, no matter what they think they are doing now, they are going to have this instantaneous spiritual sovereign aha moment that shows them that they are truly a free entity, that they are timeless, they are infinite, and that nothing binds them. Nothing binds them at all. Wow. Okay, let's get into the daily divine masculine reading. So, thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information. What are the divine masculines thinking about the connection? Feeling on the heart space for the divine feminine? Wishing at this time for the connection? Actions they are taking that will bring them towards union? What is the biggest challenge for them at this time? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where is the connection going in the near future? So near future, I'm getting to say is 3 weeks-ish from when you see this. Oh, this card is coming up. 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior, just like magnetized to my hand. So that's interesting. So something recently has caused the divine masculines to reconsider some of their previous triggers and expand their capacity and soften. So just trust that's happening with your DM. Okay, what is the Divine Masculine thinking about the connection? Page of Wands and the Magician. There's a new spiritual understanding brewing here. They are seeing how they are becoming the master of their reality on a new level. I'm also going to use a new deck that I got from one of the beautiful Divine Feminines on my trip, the Twin Tarot Oracle. So let's see for the feminines. What can the Divine Feminines know about how the Divine Masculines are seeing that there is a magical path forward with this connection that they didn't consider before? They didn't feel the potential of the spiritual camaraderie I just heard. And we get the Magician. So Divine Feminines, literally we get the Magician to mirror here. So you may have also come to an epiphany or done something in the physical that has proven this love is not conditional. So whether that is energetically with a breakthrough that you've had, or a show of embodiment of unconditional love, something has happened where you have matched energy on a spiritual level. Look at all of these wands raised up to the highest priority. Ah, that's so beautiful. Okay, what can we see for Divine Masculines on the heart space? Knight of Coins and Strength. So they're continuing to invest in this connection, even physically. So again, this can be kindness, it can be friendship, it can be more time, it can be communication. There is some physical realm action that they are feeling to take on the heart space that affirms that you are meant to be in their life, I'm hearing. They see your strength, your resilience, and they want people like you in their life only. You are the only kind of people that they want in their life, Divine Feminines. What can the Divine Feminines know about that? These two wanted to come out. The Lovers and Judgment. So they've seen the light that no matter what disparities are between the two of you, that you have been resilient. They don't know anyone else who can love like you, I just heard. No one else that can hold that sacred space of true unconditional care. And I'm really getting, because you have expressed your consistency, Divine Feminine, that your Divine Masculine knows that you are meant to be in each other's lives. They feel it more profoundly and securely in the 3D than ever before, I'm hearing. Beautiful. So just trust that. Be in that solid, secure energy, Divine Feminines, that knows that you are, yeah, exactly. You are just a solid, sovereign being and a blessing in your life and all those around you, including your Divine Masculine. What can we see for what the masculines are wishing for the connection? They're just wishing to be more honest, to communicate their truth and see what happens. You have been the final test for them, Divine Feminine. In so many ways, you have been the one that they have been the most afraid of hurting, being hurt by, have sensed the pull to the ultimate purity. In many cases, they have not told partners or friends about you, Divine Feminine, but you are the one that they have been transparent with. And as they have learned to find their voice, to speak their truth, they have realized that this is a connection that does not need any holds barred, that anything goes, that they can't say or do the wrong thing. You are love, and there is the truth of the connection between the two of you. It's profound. So they're wishing to continue coming into alignment with their truth and to communicate with you on a way that just lays everything bare, I've heard. Wow, so if you haven't had communication, here's more communication of that truth of que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. And divine masculines know that it's time to just completely reveal to you who they are, where they are, what they are, because they know you're a safe energy. What can we get for divine feminines regarding this wish from the masculines? The Lovers again. So divine feminines, in this deck we have the Lovers facing and the Lovers facing away. So this tells me that you might need still some more healing, divine feminines, so that you can be prepared for things that may not feel like your divine masculine is choosing you at this point. But remember, we definitely had the divine masculines earlier on walking away from the things that don't serve them, working on, where is it? Reciprocity and what that really means. And so as they come to these deeper truths, regardless of their life situation, we do have them in transition right now. So you can't necessarily hold any of the things from the past against your divine masculine because they're changing. So you have to also release the resistance to them changing, divine feminines, and that's a big one. They need to be safe to tell you anything, or you'll be bringing that wedge in. So be careful of that energy and work on how you can find the safety and connection to source, where your divine masculine is allowed to have done things that were not in alignment with you in the past without your judgment and ridicule, because divine masculines are releasing that in themselves, and you need to release that against them, divine feminine, so that they can be new, so that you can see them as an individual, even, you know, as somebody that you don't even know that you could get to know beyond your assumptions of them. Okay, what can we see for the actions divine masculines are taking? They're not holding their emotions back with all of the pettiness around them. With anybody who has a contrary opinion, they're no longer keeping their own emotional understanding of situations at bay. So they are becoming more transparent with everyone around them. What does divine feminine need to know about this? Strength for the second time. We got strength and the Lovers twice now. Oh, hang on. I think we had it in earlier cards. Oh no, there it is, the strength here. So divine masculines know that you're strong enough to handle all of these things. And if there is anything that has caused you emotional burden in the past, they use your example of strength and resilience in this connection to weed out those in their life that don't have that same love for them, that don't have the same genuine capacity to show up as you do, to calm their ego. Divine masculines understand that people like you exist, and so it gives them a backbone to stand up for what is right and good and true with all of the other people that may not make the mark I just heard. You are a shining example of what is possible when someone actually loves divine feminine. Isn't that amazing? Okay, what is the biggest challenge for the masculines at this time? Nine of Coins and the Judgment. They are still working on codependency. So for the divine masculines, they're still aware that they're a bit needy for the nurturing, that they don't want to be alone, that they want to be in relationships. Some of them are settling for things that are convenient still, but they're doing it in ways that are more sovereign, if that makes sense. It's a stepping stone energy here. That they're working on it, they're growing, they're working on commitment. We saw the King of Pentacles earlier, the rainbow buck, antlered buck, that they are working on what makes them happy, working on the ideas of true commitment, working on seeing what would actually be balanced for the long term. They're making baby steps to only have harmony in their lives. And that's the biggest challenge, is seeing what they don't see, because this is not something prevalent in the world to emulate. This is something we are designing as twins, and so they are working on it. And I'm getting, again, if they are working on relationships with somebody other than you, Divine Feminine, that they are, it's like a trial run where they have a soul connection with somebody that is teaching them the inner workings of spiritual compatibility and mission compatibility. And I'm feeling for many divine masculines who are with a soulmate at this time, and they are your true twin viewer, that they will amicably release those relationships. So we have seen the divine masculines and feminines go through the narcissist templates, the disintegration templates, the counterfeit angel templates. This is now the amicable soulmate templates, where there's no karma between the divine masculines and some of these soulmates. And likewise, divine feminines, you are also being given counterparts that are not your twin flame, that you have no karma with, to feel what it feels like to have karma-free interactions. And again, the divine is urging me to say that in this level of connection, the karma-free connections, that we're learning new sexuality, new relationship spirituality, but that it's grace-filled, and that these relationships are truly in non-attachment, and that the two indicators of twin flame level connection that would supersede these kinds of connections are true purpose and spiritual equality. But that these are not the vast disparities between karmic situations. These are soulmate energies where there isn't karma. How beautiful. So what does the divine feminine need to know about that? The justice in reverse to clarify. That's the second mirroring. We got the magician for both. And so divine feminines, yes, this is ancient. These are old soul. We've got an Egyptian image here. This goes past, it spans the eras of time. I just heard that these twin flame connections have been working out these kinks, and we're in the lifetime where we're getting into the full freedom from karmic interactions. So just because you've traveled with your twin through all the lifetimes doesn't mean you haven't also traveled with these high-level soulmates, and that this is like a homecoming. All soul connections find closure before you come into twin flame union. And so some of these higher level soulmates that the twins are navigating with right now are truly working out the higher levels of coming into one's own, so that it is a complete sovereign expression of love to come and go and be loosely connected to somebody in pure love, without rights and wrongs and tally of past hurts and karmas and balancing to be done. So celebration, moving into the idea of ease and true compatibility. So divine feminines, this is the only way to have a truly justified connection, is to completely have peace about people coming and going from our lives without rights and wrongs. How beautiful. What can we see for the spirit guided solution for the challenge of the divine masculines, really looking at what justifies commitment? Just because you don't have karma with someone doesn't mean that you're meant to be in a long-standing connection with them. There's also mission, purpose, and spiritual compatibility. We have the magician for the third time with the Queen of Pentacles for the second time. So the spirit guided solution here, well, there's two feminines, but is to manifest true nurturing. Divine masculines are in transition about that. We already got it. Queen of Pentacles there is the King of Pentacles. So divine masculines are, You are being asked to really truly look at what you want to manifest. I'm noticing that in this Queen of Pentacles, the child isn't there. And so just because something is possibly good for the children, I'm just getting Divine Masculines a new level of independent thinking. Yes, it's good to pay attention to what is good for the children, but this is truly on the most compatible levels. You're being asked to clearly define every level, extraordinary levels of understanding equality within relationship that brings it even to shared mission and perfected spiritual alignment. Divine Masculines, even beyond the focus of the child, because your children will grow. You may or may not have children. All of those themes, it's really about what makes your heart sing with the primary partner. So the Divine Masculines are working on that energy. They also know that you are being guided towards manifesting the things in your life that are needed for your own security, and that you are still coming into your own. So the spirit guided solution here for you Divine Masculines also is to understand that it's a mirrored process with your feminine, and that while you're doing the things that are transmuting codependency and bringing in a greater clarity about what justified relationships are, your Divine Feminine is also manifesting their own abundance, and that's partly why there's a grace period for all involved right now. What is the Divine Feminine message? The Fool in the reverse. This is the shadow aspect of the Fool. This is the foolish fool. So Divine Feminines, don't be a foolish fool and focus on your Divine Masculine. You're very much being given this spiritual advice to focus on your mission, your purpose, and not sweat anything you're seeing with your Divine Masculine at this time. Don't be so foolish. Focus on you and your connection to Source and coming into your alignment impeccably, I'm hearing. Okay, what is the direction of the energy going? Ooh, Eight of Cups, Page of Wands. So we are seeing some independent adventure here. I've been seeing this for the last about month and a half, where there's this swelling of energy until the solstice, and then an individuation again, a solo spiritual journey coming back around September, October-ish. So there is, don't sweat it, all counterparts watching this, if it feels like there's now this walking away again from the energy. Divine Feminines, you're meant to be manifesting great things. Divine Masculines are meant to be looking at what justifies a true compatibility, eternal love kind of thing. Is it just the absence of karma, or is it more than that? And so there is still this pilgrimage energy coming in. What are the Divine Feminines meant to know about this pilgrimage energy? The Magician again. So we got the Strength card twice, the Magician twice, the Lovers twice, the Eight of Cups twice, the Page of Wands twice, the Queen of Pentacles twice. I think we got almost every card duplicate that mattered in this reading. So yes, Divine Feminines, now is your time to really step into an independent aha moment. The Magician that we got a bit earlier was a little bit in disarray when focused on both twins. Here it's just focusing on you and everything falls into place. Okay, let's get an energetic card for the Divine Masculines. Oh, we got so many. Simultaneity, nonlinear processing, and epiphany. Yes, we saw that Divine Masculines are going to be getting an epiphany, that you are exactly stride for stride mirroring your Divine Feminine. No matter what you think is going on in your 3D life, you've got this entanglement with your counterpart. Commitment, connection, flexibility, and resolution. You are working the upper levels of relationship. and seeing the third energy that alchemizes everything. Nothing is at odds in your life. It's exactly the way it should be. Alpha Aryan Stargate, artistry, expression, community, and celebration. You're coming into your own as a pillar of your community, divine masculine, and it's time for great celebration. You are really coming to ease, and I want to say this is connected with purpose. We cannot be a potent pillar in the community if we've got a wandering eye, weak energy, ulterior motives. And so you are streamlining sexually, spiritually, all across the board so that you can be a contribution to your community, divine masculines. Temple of eventual destinies. We're getting this allusion to the twin flame path, that even though you might be over here and your divine counterpart there, it still goes to the same end. So progression, benevolence, enlightenment. You're in transition for that enlightenment. Gate of returning. So divine masculines, your connection will come back around, and it doesn't need to be a catastrophe that brings it in. You are entangled on a soul level, and there is no escaping that, really. And that is not a binding thing. That is a cause for celebration, because each level of revelation that happens, divine masculines, justifies these cycles of returning, the ebb and flow. It's not something that binds. It's something that actually validates this connection over and over. I'm being shown that wounded warrior card that we got right at the beginning. As you drop your guard, as you drop the wounding, it's justified for these cycles of release and celebration with your feminine over and over. We also get spiritualization of matter, reflected light, as you harness, anchor, embody your spiritual self, your purity. That light becomes more and more greatly reflected in your divine feminine. And creation, multiplication, and growth. You're really streamlining the directions that you want to see growth consciously in your life in a more alive way. So things that offered the illusion of growth, things that, get rich quick schemes, things that seemed to enliven you that didn't produce results, you're seeing where the real growth can be found now. Relationships, business, friendships, family, all of it. Divine masculines, awesome. And what can we see for the divine feminines? Path change, paradigm shifts, and adjustment. So you're learning to go with the flow, think on the fly, tread lightly, be in non-attachment and emotional equilibrium so that you can change on a dime and feel really good and free by all of it, divine feminines. So you're able to adjust on the fly, I'm hearing, and that is absolutely beautiful. I just heard divine feminines are going to have a very pain-free summer. That's lovely, where it can just be coming into your own. Okay, everybody, many blessings. Bye for now.